Shop bestsellers at Ashley, where no matter what your holiday traditions are, you're always at home. Whether you're making extra room with our extendable dining tables.
What's up? What's up? Happy Monday, everybody. I am Addison Criswell, the creator of this YouTube channel, Alabama Market Updates, where I film myself reviewing potential investment opportunities for my list of buyers, my circle of influence, whatever you want to call it. We had 3 buyers for 1 lot listed on Friday last week. The momentum is really building where we have buyer power created here. And, you know, they don't all watch the videos. I really do that to try and bring in more of the YouTube based, to what I'm doing. People that I haven't sold to. Of course, I have a huge client list already. And, YouTube channels have to be built, but we do believe, there's a big buyer base out there that is affluent, and could invest right here, whether they were in the country or not, or international, that can still buy Alabama real estate from us, with U.S. currency. And we're full-time brokers now, past the builder test. We can manage those assets as well. Brandy's been really good in helping me have more open houses and dealing with renters and stuff like that. My investor purchases a property and then we lease it out for them and, get it all done. We've really discovered a huge savings in my service for that as well. If it's got to be multifamily, it can't just be one house really, or it's not going to work. But if you have multifamily, like 4 units or more, using us for the lease up, if you can just do your own management, have an email for maintenance, whoever you're going to call, and kind of do an owner management. You pay 1 commission up front, and if those renters renew, you have no management fee and no commissions for 2-3 years. We have one in Covington Villas that the girl has been in there for 5 years now. So my client paid 1 commission the first year of the lease, manages the contact herself, and it saves her a ton of money. The overall investment break even is quicker. And, that's the kind of services we've developed here. And again, I understand my competition's not going to advertise for me. I kind of consider it the best kept secret, but that's what I'm talking about right now in this title of the video, that home buyers don't understand that having a buyer agent means more money. I believe there's such a process and a streamline that's set up to service the banks, the lenders, everybody else that's involved with the common buyer process. And it kind of got to a height last year with that big $1 billion lawsuit where greedy agents were accepting both sides and not doing just one side when they actually made the sale themselves. And that's something that kind of reached a height. And now, buyers are starting to look and think, what else, what can they do more with their buyer power? And that's what we've mastered here. On top of that management aspect for big investors, you really want to save some money on your rental investment. No management fee, 1 commission up front, and the renter stays for 3 to 5 years. That's a really good deal. But we've had another service for home buyers, particularly new construction, which is kind of what I focus on now, becoming a builder myself. When you buy that $350,000 new home or $750,000 new home, you put so much effort and hard work into accomplishing something like that, whether you move every 5 years or not. You want more bang for your buck. And with us, me partnering with my father here at the furniture store, I'm allowed to give you more for something that you're going to need. And again, we have all the best brands. We really can get our hands on everything, custom order, stuff like that. So when you choose our buyer agency, it's no longer just the run of the mill. The agent gets the full 3% for representing your side. And, they did the paperwork and maybe helped you negotiate a few repairs, whatever the traditional standard is now. Things have changed. Realtor.com has shifted to seller side commissions far more from the buyer agency that they did in the 2010s to 2020. And those things matter. With us, just for example, a $10,000 commission for a buyer agency, we'd be able to give you $5,000 to go towards furniture here at the furniture store and anything you want. It's your pick, it's your money. It's a combination and same psychology as combining your home and auto insurance policies. They actually make you do that. You can't get just one single homeowner policy or car policy these days. That's just the way it works. So it makes sense. We still have some commission left for us as realtors and for our job. It's a win-win for everybody. The furniture store makes a sale, you get your home, we make a sale with real estate commission, and it's really an elevated buyer agency offer. And again, with the turmoil and with the National Association of Realtors settling that big lawsuit last year with all the greedy agents, there are seller markets that I'm sure people were just being taken advantage of. I have no doubt that absolutely happens. And but now we're in hindsight of that. We've got a new direction we're trying to take with the country and everything. And with everything going on, you have to respond. And I believe that is one of the things, is it's going to be harder for just regular agents, to do that particular service. Joe Biden said out of his own mouth that he wanted realtors to reduce their commissions, and he was clueless. He has no idea. Like realtors like myself, I help people sell cheap land listings all the time. That's lesser amounts of money. You can't do bigger commissions normally. You can't do bigger commissions to reduce. You actually charge more commission to just be the regular standards of a paycheck. If you did, 3 or 6% on $5,000-$6,000, you're talking about nothing. And that's why I've done 10% on land, and that has to be regardless if you're on both sides or not. So there's different markets for all of us to just be grouped in as realtors. And I don't agree with that at all. Biden definitely, their influence, they don't know, they're not thinking about everybody. You can clearly see it when they say these things. They're not thinking about everybody, or they have some sort of agenda. Look at how the Congress is holding things up right now. Just because they're all a bunch of babies, it needs to be corrected. Term limits for Congress, absolutely, that's become a power hungry way to try to run the country, supersede the president powers. And there needs to be term limits for Congress, no doubt. There's no doubt about it. Mr. McCall in Texas, Austin, Texas, congressman's been there for a long time. He's retiring now. I believe he sees that as well. So just wanted to put that out there for today's update. I'm not really going to review the market right this second. It's still so early. But, keep in mind, there is more. You can expect more when you use My Alabama Real Estate Services. An individual realtor that may not have a big platform just yet, a younger guy, the established businesses are much harder to tap into. You have to create better lanes for yourself and your clients. And that's what I do here. And, sometimes I just wonder, when I see some of the seller sides and the buyer agent sides, after that big lawsuit, how does a buyer, justify just doing a straight up buyer agency commission, when it's just more money. And technically, of course, if they're that smart, they could have, some interest representing of their own. And, I'm just telling you, we offer more here. It's a crazy world. I have to deal with it. I've been in real estate for 15 years now at the age of 36. And so, yeah, let me see if I think. Still on? Yep, still on. Thought I lost the signal there. Yeah, So enjoy the day, and we will be here and ready to upgrade, your expectations. You just give us a shot. We offer more, than just the regular deal, especially, and I had offered that well before the disclosures were required to kind of explain to buyers. You have to sign a buyer agency with a realtor before you even go look at homes, that says you're going to pay the commission or no commission at all, and all their work could be in vain. And it's just kind of made it really difficult, to explain that without offering more. And that's what I do. That's what I do for sure. And I had offered it before then, just that's just the way we wanted to do it. I have always wanted to combine my father's company into my real estate business, and so we had this offer well before, and so now it's playing right into exactly what the market needs. They deserve more. We can represent you, e-signature for documents. Nobody will represent your interest to a seller better than I can for inspection, appraisal, contract terms, the little things, keys, gates, insurance, stuff like that, plus the icing on the cake. Let us handle the red tape in the negotiations, and you just be picking out your brand new furniture for your brand new house. That's what we offer here every single day. And we're going to get the message out there, to all four corners of the state. We can definitely help, if it's $300,000 home sale or above, we can definitely come to you, whether it's by air or by car. And be sure to check out my new Sky Space condominium development site. It's an exciting new property that I've been developing for the past couple of years. And, I'm looking forward to getting started there as well. So that's it for today. If you need buyer agency in Alabama, call the Better Buyer Agent. Okay, that's me. Me or Brandy, both of us can help you. Can do the same offer. All right, peace.